yeah.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Guitar Stories Podcast, your number one show for everything guitar.
Hello! Hello, Tiny Dan. Tiny Dan. Dan
Hello,
for
everyone.
money. How you doing, my friend?
Good, excellent.
Good.
Second episode with a new setup, so I'm all hyped and ready to go.
Yeah,
What about you?
You're looking gorgeous. I'm. How am I? It's a good question. I was hungry, but then I had a piece of cake, so that makes things much better. Somebody had a birthday today, and yeah, life is good, my friend. Life is good. I'm just flicking through the old iPad, just to get the show ready. Unbelievably, we had a few technical issues before we started. Dan's got is it a snowstorm or thunderstorm?
A little bit of both. Like we had thunder, we had snow. So
I don't even know if we're live right now, by the way, because
let me check.
tech stuff.
Hello,
I'm just checking
hello.
right now. So, YouTube is currently updating. There we go. YouTube is sorting us right out. So,
All
if
right,
you are
awesome.
watching right now, hello to the people watching in the live chat. I'm just going onto my channel, and it says we're live. Does it say we're live for you as well, Dan?
Yes. it
Oh
does.
yeah, we've even got some chats, but for some reason, my chat is not working. That's odd.
Not that bad. But you
Never
did
mind.
some rearrangement of the overall layout. It looks pretty neat.
Yeah, we've gone vertical today.
Nice.
Although
We're
I'm
going steep.
slightly off to the side. So, Guitar Stories Podcast, episode number 33. Hello to the people in the live YouTube chat. Hi, everybody.
And also hello to everyone who's listening from one of the podcatchers. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, last week, Mark, was amazing, and I learned a lot.
yeah.
I was fairly silent because I was in awe, I was definitely not in the pocket last week.
Yeah, he was on fire. I mean, it was a lot of fun talking guitars and also talking kids. I mean, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we're going to
some
have to bring
behind
back
the
the Star Wars guitar players thing. We need some more effort and work into that. But we'll fix it. This week we're talking about something which I feel a bit funny talking about because it's April Fool's stuff, and I took part in this, and I want to get this out of the way straight away. I think mine was the best. So honestly, I genuinely think it was the best. I'm so happy with it. So in my mind, that's the end of the show.
All right, folks, that's it. Episode 33. Thanks so much for listening. No, just kidding. I mean, I was watching your behind the scenes, like how you did it, and you put so much effort in it. So kudos.
Thanks.
It was
We
a
can-
great April Fools.
I'll go even more into the scenes if you like once we've done the news, etc.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can,
Yeah. I wonder how many pre-orders Boss collected. Or at least inquiries they got via email. I saw that on the Guitargeek.
I saw this
You know what?
stupid guy.
With the
I'll
fancy
even.
hair.
It's just over there. I'll even bring it on camera in a moment. Yeah, so we got a new layout tonight. If you're watching on YouTube, expect some technical issues, and we'll start the first technical issue by going to the news. There we go. So live chat is on screen now. I hope it all works. And this is my first news. We haven't spoken about this, Dan, but the first news is for me that AI has created some songs as if they were written by The Doors, Jimi Hendrix, and Kurt Cobain.
Wow.
I sort of dropped this on you because we had some technical issues. We didn't discuss this. And but I have it right in front of me on this guitar.com, which is where I picked it up this evening.
Okay.
Where is it? There. It says that a mental health awareness project has enlisted artificial intelligence to pen new, in inverted commas, songs by musicians who have already passed away. So it's called the Lost Tapes of the 27 Club. And you've got Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, Jim Morrison, and Amy Winehouse. And I haven't heard anything, but I just thought I'd bring it to people's attention because they probably should. And I will drop the link to where that exists in the chat of the old YouTube.
Oh, wow.
So that if people did want to, after the podcast, of course, find out what's going on, then they can. There we go. So it's working. And maybe Janis Joplin as well. I'm not sure if you're asking. I think there are 4 songs in there. So I think it's just the 4 that I mentioned previously. But for me, that's super interesting. And it came to me just before we started going live, just before I was asking Dan if the snowstorm was too extreme. But yeah, there we are. That's I guess I should have heard it before we went live, but I didn't because that's the kind of rebel that I am.
Yeah. I mean, didn't we talk already about a solo? Was that on the podcast or was that just like in private? There was that kind of the perfect guitar solo.
I think that was just a private chat between you and I think that.
Was that AI based too? The perfect guitar solo.
Yes, it was. Yeah? Yes, it was. And
because I felt that was
it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Yeah. It was like you could tell it was constructed. It was like as if someone just built that on a on a sheet of paper or on the computer. But it wasn't necessarily like, oh, I got an idea and I want to hear la 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 some melody or something. It was just like, okay, now you take the 5th and now you go down, go up.
Yeah.
Very constructed.
It did build though, if I remember rightly. It built.
It did.
It started off fairly simple and lower down the neck, and then it went up the neck and higher notes and more technically complex. I was impressed and quite scared, but not pleased. Musically.
Yeah. To me, it was a little bit like a patchwork because you could tell like which musician they tried to copy or at least like interpret, but it wasn't like as a whole, it wasn't appealing to me. It was more like I said, like a patchwork, a little bit of everything, which doesn't necessarily make for the best recipe.
No, it doesn't. I'm trying to think of some sort of food reference there, but all I could think of was trifle and lasagna being mixed together. Trifle lasagna.
What did you get? What did you have for lunch today?
Not trifle and lasagna.
No?
No, sadly. I had, if you're really interested, if there's a joke there, I don't know, but if you're really interested, I had pasta mixed with some sort of yellow thing that Elka made on the weekend, which had dates in it, so it was quite sweet. And then I put parmesan over top of that. And then I was on the phone, so I just let it go cold and ate it cold. So it wasn't a good day on the old food day. Did you have something more impressive? It sounds like you have a secret.
No, not impressive. Just something yummy. I had some risotto with wild garlic.
Oh, mate,
that was pretty good. So,
risotto is my jam. Absolutely, I love risotto.
If it's well made.
Did you make it yourself, or was it made for you?
No. I bought it. Okay. We have very decent Italian here, so.
Okay. Yeah. I've got some more news about PRS. Have you heard this news about PRS? Boom.
The direct distribution.
Yeah. I wondered if you knew more about that than I did.
No.
Okay, then we're really flying by the seat of our pants today then.
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting news to hear that they announced that from April they will take control of the Japanese distribution. So they will have like a proper showroom and they have a warehouse facility.
Yeah.
And I think they said that the previous distribution company was KID.
Yeah.
So they also stated that I think the move was in conjunction with them. So I wonder because in the UK it was a company called Headline when they took things themselves. So there was pretty much a similar approach that they already had someone which they partnered with, and then they went by themselves and called it PRS Europe. So that's interesting. Yeah, it seems like to me, I mean, the takeaway from that is basically that they see that Japan is quite a significant market, especially in the collector scene, which I can completely confirm from the Abner's point of view.
Totally.
And I mean, especially with the private stock, they're doing some great stuff there. So it'll be interesting if there's anything that will change. But On the other hand, are we gonna see any kind of changes? Probably not, because we don't live in Japan.
Probably doesn't affect us unless they do those Japan-only guitars that then are going to go nuts. You know, that's going to change things for the people with money.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind. I do like the marketing term they put on it. It said they want to expand its full-service brand experience.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that even mean? That means nothing.
Well, it all comes down to the right stuff, you know. You can have like direct distribution and it still sucks, and you can have direct distribution and it's the best choice you ever made. So yeah.
I read that as, we want to take all of your money.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how. I mean, if they partnered up with KID, then they probably didn't do a bad job. But that's completely without like behind the scenes knowledge from my side. So yeah,
I don't know.
I like the picture you picked. That's a very, very nice gas-inducing picture.
It is. Yeah, there's a few pieces missing, but who's counting? That's the new Japanese market only PRSs.
I'm just imagining standing there, and then you get to pick the particular neck that goes with your guitar. Today I feel a little bit like spalted maple. Oh no, let's take Koa. No. All right, cool.
You sounded like a man who was choosing his breakfast cereal. Okay. Dan, I don't have any more news. I mean, we've got news of April Fools, which I don't know if we're really not too late, but there's been some cracking stuff this year, so that's where I really wanted to talk about it. But I believe you have some picks of the week, sir.
Absolutely. You have some too?
Yeah, I do, but I'd like to go for yours first because yours are super interesting. So it's time for Dan's pick of the week.
Dan's pick of the week. Dan's pick of the week.
Dan's pick of the week.
I need that on my cell phone. Whenever you call me, I need that song.
All right, I can do my best. It sounds expensive, but we'll do what we can.
Yeah.
So your first pick is
all right,
by some brand that you know and love called Ibanez.
Oh yeah, there you go. This is the new Ibanez Prestige Dealer exclusive J Custom offering from the Japan Custom Shop. It's got a lovely name, JCRG 2101, because it's a J Custom RG from 2021, and it's number 1 for this year. So, which is also kind of a hint that we are going to see a few more. One of them I did also these like spec, not design, but spec. So that will be an interesting year. And I love the finish. I mean, this is just drop down gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, you've given me a few photos, so I'll just scroll through. There's the back.
Holy! I also like the neck.
What is going on with that neck? It looks like a sort of half hexagonal neck. Is that right, or is it just the lighting in that picture?
That's definitely the lighting. Yeah, I mean, it's got a Let me. What's the neck profile? I'm not even sure if it's the asymmetrical or the symmetrical neck profile, but the neck type, yeah, it's the Wizard 3-piece with wenge and maple. Always love that stained maple in the middle and then the wenge on the outside, because it's got that kind of satin finish to it. So it still remains a little bit open pore in terms of the haptics, but still has that soft touch, so it doesn't get too sticky in the heat of a battle. And yeah, I mean, they just picked a gorgeous piece of wood, and we're only getting 2 pieces, so it's a very rare beast.
Mikila's just dropped you some coffee money in the super chat, by the way, so you can buy yourself extra large latte or whatever. What is your coffee of choice, Dan? Out of curiosity.
Iced coffee. Iced coffee.
Oh yeah, you're always having an iced coffee when I call you and you're working.
Yep. Which is good, because then you just need to have like proper coffee, and then you just let it sit, and then it's iced coffee, right? Maybe with a little bit of vanilla flavor. So that will be my cup of tea, coffee. You know what I'm.
Let's just bring it up in the chat. Chat people, it is wonderful to have you here. I see some regular names, some old names from a while ago that I haven't seen in a while, and I see some new names as well. So welcome to each and every one of you. It is nice to see the chat is friendly and moving along as per usual. I want to say hello to Amanda, who we haven't seen in quite a while, or not so often. Of course, to Mikhail for the coffee money. Valeria, one of our moderators, is here. Pooh Ninja, naturally, and Brisley Adams. Is that someone new? I don't recognize that name. So welcome if this is your first time, Brisley. And I like the username. That's made me chuckle. And of course, RT Smudge. You know, if I've maced your name out, it's because I love you more.
I'm not regular. I'm local. He's saying. That's cool.
This is a local podcast for local people.
Yeah, of course. There were some questions about the top wood. That's burl maple with some blue raisin, and a swamp ash body. So a lightweight swamp ash. And it looks as usual, like super expensive.
Galaxy Burst.
Yeah, kinda. But you can almost not see the blue raisin. It's on the lower bout of the body. So like everything that is black, like on the tone pot, everything that is black there is kind of dark blue raisin. Oh, that's pretty cool. So yeah, the custom shop, they had some unique pieces of wood, and they picked the most interesting ones and came up with those crazy finishes. And here's a fun fact: those finishes don't even have names.
Oh, let's name it right now. People in the chat, name that finish that you see on the screen. If you're listening to the audio version, then just drop us a fax, and we'll get it to Ibanez as soon as possible.
There you go. It's a little bit like Vincent van Gogh, right? Starry Night.
Oh, Starry Night. Yeah, there is a lot of Starry Night-ness to it.
Yeah. You don't have to cut
Pooh
your
Ninja's
ear
gone
off,
straight to the top with Blue Raisin.
Lame.
Oil Spill Blue. I quite like that, Sarang. That's nice. Oil Spill Blue.
I wonder, you guys, would you have picked an HSH version or a HH version? Like, what's more preferred from you guys? Dual humbucker, or do you want to go all the way HSH?
Mikhail Andromeda Blue. I like that. Milky
That
Way
is nice.
Burst. Okay, let's move on. I've had enough of Ibanez now. That's enough free stuff. Go on then. Next pick.
Next pick. All right. That's a beautiful new Music Man guitar. A signature model for St. Vincent. And that signature guitar is called Goldie, which is, I don't know, is that misleading? I don't know. What is interesting is that it's the first St. Vincent guitar with a reverse headstock, which is always a good sign. And it reminded me a lot of the Joe Bonamassa Morris with the reverse headstock, which was called the Dark Lord. So I like that one, and I like the Goldie too. Also, what is kind of remarkable is the gold foil pickups. Those two mini humbuckers, three mini humbuckers that they installed on this model are kind of unique. And also, what intrigues me is that they kind of seem to try to no longer rely on DiMarzio so heavily. So they started with the Steve Lukather models having custom pickups, and now also like they are putting like those crazy custom pickups on a lot of their guitars, even even on the new Goldie. So that's kind of interesting to see that they kind of push the envelope when it comes to the pickup game. So yeah, how do you like it? Is that something that you would play?
I would, but they'd have to do an extra large model because I fell in love with that shape when it first got announced, and I loved I think it was a Tobacco Burst one, which I believe Henning has, and I tried one at Thomann, and it was just way too small for me, naturally, because it's designed for people who are smaller than me, which is, I'm bigger than most people. And if they did an XL version, the shape, the contours, the colors, everything about that guitar screams yes, yes, yes. But I don't think I could play it. I think my hands just don't fit it. I mean, if I had to, of course I would. But it makes me feel a bit sad, if I'm honest, because I would love to have one of those. But I think well done on the design, excellent design. But it's not for Andy, sadly.
Yeah, I like the shape. It's like a candy with the waist in the middle.
Yeah. I like everything about it, apart from the fact it doesn't fit me. I think as a new shape, a rather modern new shape, they've really done something that is new. Of course, it's taken it looks a bit like an Explorer that's had its bits chopped off and thrown around a bit. There's inspiration from other guitars, but I genuinely think that's one of the best looking new shapes I've seen for quite some years. I know this is not brand new; they've just done some new finishes, but generally speaking, of the St. Vincent model.
If you had to pick between the Mariposa and the St. Vincent, would you pick the Vincent?
For looks,
Yep.
I pick the St. Vincent every time.
Yeah. All right.
But
Which
Mariposa
color?
I can actually play. Out of those ones on screen, definitely the gold with the white scratch plates. Oh, they've all got white scratch plates.
Right.
Is that cashmere?
Yeah,
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. It looks like almost like champagne.
Gold, red, and black, Daniel.
You got to be more subtle. It's champagne, it's silky black, and it's kind of dark cherry red, aka velveteen. What I find a little bit confusing is that they differentiate the fingerboards. So if you choose cashmere, which is gold, or you choose the silk chamois or the chamois, which is black.
There's the gold one, yeah.
You get the ebony fingerboard, but the velveteen gets rosewood. So if you have the dark red one, you get a rosewood fretboard. You can see it in the images.
Yeah, I can see they're different colors, but that's another reason for me to choose the gold one.
Yeah, you want ebony.
I want ebony, definitely.
Yeah.
And there's
I like the tremolo too. It's got the what's it? The kind of old Music Man, like vintage style tremolo that's super sturdy, but it has also solid brass saddles.
Yeah,
so
it looks quality. It looks like a great quality guitar.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do you know what? I've never actually really distinguished the sound of them either. We're just going on looks alone here. If we're talking tone, I have no idea what it sounds like. I didn't plug it in. I just sort of picked it up and went, ah, put it back down again.
Awesome.
Maybe I'll try again. Yeah, maybe they'll do an XL version one day.
Yeah, maybe the St. Vincent XL. What is interesting about that particular run is that it's super limited. It is supposed to hit the street in June, if I'm not mistaken. I think the US pricing is $3,000, so European pricing will be probably around the same, maybe $3,500, depending on exchange rate and everything. And there will only be one per color. Am I allowed to say that? No, I'm just saying it. One.
It's that limited?
Yep.
They're making 3 guitars?
Well, for the German and Austrian market, I suppose.
Got it. Well, just so you know, it's my 40th birthday in June. And
oh, there you go. I mean, those guitars, they're super limited. So I don't know about how many we're talking, maybe 15, 20 worldwide. So it's super limited. Yeah. And obviously St. Vincent herself had one because there was a nice performance, I think, on Saturday Night Live that I shared with you earlier today.
You did.
Yep.
By the fact that I'm not looking at you should indicate that I did not prepare the video that you showed me. It didn't work. I've not got quite around to preparing videos for this new layout yet. That didn't work. Let's move on to your third pick.
Yeah.
This.
What is that? A pedal board? Yeah.
Just confirm, Dan. Yes, that is a pedal board.
Awesome. That's Jack White's pedal board. A limited edition for Third Man Records, his label. And yeah, I mean, that's super sturdy. I like the idea that it's a pedal board that you can expand. So you got, first of all, you get 2 stages. So you got like the lowest stage and then a slightly tilted second stage where you can put stuff like the tuner on there, maybe all the pedals that you don't regularly push. And you can expand, so you can either make it smaller or just,
bigger?
Yeah, make it bigger. If you just like that kind of yellow part of the pedal board, you can unscrew it and just swoop it over to the left, and then put more pedals on it. And yeah, if you share more images, you will see that it's super sturdy. And I'm not
Whoops. Oh, come on, Andy. There we go.
yeah. So I'm not usually a pedal board nerd, But I mean, we had the discussion early on with the latest the Dario Planet Waves pedal board, which was expandable too, and yeah. So my pick would be that one. Although you got to be aware that this is definitely stealing some stage light because everyone will be staring at that black and yellowish monster.
As I said to you via text, I don't think my pedalboard should be the center of attention when I'm on stage. However, I think that is brilliant.
Yeah.
And I think that I would prefer. No, I know. I would prefer that to the D'Addario, hands down.
Why is that?
I think the design is far superior. I think that I trust it more because, again, I tend to stomp around a little bit. I love that there's that bit on the side for a wah pedal or volume pedal because I love wah pedals, but putting them on a pedal board is a nightmare. Mm-hmm. I'm never satisfied with putting a wah on a pedal board. So you always kind of have it off to the side or all around the stage if you're Kirk Hammett. But that is I don't know. They've just bought me exactly with that pedal board, with that extension for the expression or wah pedal or volume, whatever we want to do with it. But the foot rocker, I should guess. I just love it. I don't know why. Aesthetically, structurally, I think it's better.
Okay. Well, it's also more expensive because that one clocks in at $250.
And how much is the D'Addario? About half that?
Maybe 150-ish.
Yeah,
I think so. I mean, what I like about that is that you've got that kind of custom base. We probably should add that pedal board is made by Holy Board, which is a company that produces also other similar boards, but this is like a particular Third Man Records version for Jack White. And you've got that kind of expansion module where you can put a proper wah, or even like you see on the picture, that mini wah. And so you can either go just with a small pedal board, or you add the expansion module and the foot pedal module, and then you can go big. So this will also be my pick. Like, if I need a convenient catch-all when it comes to pedal boards. I don't want to have like 3 or 4 different pedal boards, because then you need your go-to pedals also at least twice, and then you rebuild time and again.
Just wonder, is there a foot underneath? Yeah. I'm kind of, there's feet underneath it, but I'm missing a foot where the two boards join. Do you see what I mean?
I think you don't need that because the yellow one is the lower one, and that got 4 feet. You see that?
Yeah, I'm just clicking
in
through
the middle.
Them. It just looks like on the yellow board on this picture, it looks like the yellow board is touching the ground. You see what I mean?
No, it doesn't. Yeah. But like the black one on the left side where the feet should be, I think the black one is sharing the feet basically with the yellow one.
Right.
So they should be well balanced. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's simple, but it's elegant. I really like it, except for the paint job. I would like that kind of construction side look.
I'm fine with it for some reason.
Yeah.
I like that color combination. I mean, it's obviously the yellow and black is part of their branding, which is why they've done that. But I'd like to know what it looks. It's probably just a switcher, but on the top left of that pedal board, there seems to be like some sort of page turner pedal.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. It looked like a tuner, but I don't know what that is. No, does anyone in the chat know?
It could be a tuner. Yeah. Anyone in the chat? Like help us out. What is the top left pedal right now? And you've all got the power of Google and, dare I say it, Ask Jeeves. So yeah, go for it. Let me know what that is, because I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Good thing about the color is that probably nobody is putting his glass of beer right next to your pedal board, because it screams, "No,
true,
go away."
Hazard.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, I do tend to fall over a lot on stage, so that that would help. A bright yellow board, that would help, because I'd be less likely to catch my foot on that.
It's funny that you say that, because when I was still playing live music, I was using those kind of glow in the dark tape, and I was putting that in front of the stage.
That's a
like
good
small pieces. So because that's the worst thing. I think a couple months ago we had, or maybe 2 years ago, we had an artist who played in a metal band, and he even smashed his RGD guitar. So he was playing and he was in the zone, and all of a sudden he took one step too far, and he just fell off stage, and the whole guitar just cracked. Poor Manu. Yeah. That's
I
the
saw
worst
someone do
that
that with an SG once. He walked straight out on stage, first gig with the new guitar, tripped over before he even made it to the stage, and his entrance to the stage was landing on his SG. Incidentally, the SG that I sold recently twice has gone back or not gone back, but gone to the new owner, and it still hasn't arrived. So I'm really, really worried.
Okay.
But I'm going to make myself feel better by going through my picks of the week, if that helps.
All right.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
here we go.
Andy's pick of the week.
Andy's pick of the week. I've only got 2 picks this week, Dan. But one's rather special. So if I can just drag this around, where are my picks? Andy's pick. Oh, it appears to have disappeared. Oh dear. Hang on. Where's it gone?
Can you do it on the fly?
Of course, I can do anything, Dan. I've got the power of a computer here. They sent men to the moon in less than what I've got right now, but I can't seem to figure it out. Maybe I stuck it in the wrong folder. Hang on a minute. We'll go back to your pick and see if it's there. Is it there? No, I'll just see it on the. It's not there. No good craftsman blames his tools, but sometimes this happens. 1 second.
To be fair, you were helping me out with some cable issues, so you couldn't focus.
I'll blame Dan. Yeah, it's Dan's fault.
Yeah.
Thank everybody. It's Dan's fault.
Yeah. We have that secret like folder that is accessible for Andy and me, so we put everything in there.
Well, here's my first pick. It is this. It is the Fender Mustang. Is it the Micro Mustang? The plug-in headphone thing. I love plug-in headphone things. I think they're brilliant. I don't know if this one's any good, but I want to find out. It's got so much stuff in it, and one of the things that drew me to it is it's USB-C, which is for most people irrelevant. But that just means that Fender are bringing stuff up to 2019. Michiela's in the chat. Let me know when USB-C was accepted as standard. But I have a thing for USB-C, and because you can't put it in wrong, you know. Let's talk about the guitar parts of it. Sorry, yeah, that's probably more interesting for most people that are watching and listening to this. It's got 12 onboard DSP effects. It's got 12 amp models. It's blah blah blah. Marketing. An onboard EQ. It fits in your guitar. It's got a rechargeable internal battery, 4 hours on one charge. You can also update the software with a USB. That's a boring fact. But basically, it's a headphone practice amp that should be good. I've done a few of these. I've done a few of these sort of things, and they excite me. I watched someone that did a video on it, and they actually put pedals through it, or put it through one of the ways. They had pedals through it, and it sounded all right. Not that you would do that, but nice to know that you could.
Yeah.
And it's coming in at about €100, which is not cheap, but certainly not breaking the bank kind of price. There's a lot of cheaper ones, of course, naturally, and I really like the Black Star one, but this one's got Fender on it.
Yeah, I mean, the only question that I would ask is, like, if you have to spend $100 for that, how much more would you have to spend for a Boss Katana, maybe even used?
True.
So if you're looking at a Katana 50 and you could buy it used for maybe $150.
Yes, but have you ever tried fitting a Katana 50 in your pocket?
Yeah, of course. No. Only with baggy pants. And it hurt.
Oh. No, I hear you. I hear the comparison. That's always a great comparison to say. If you're looking for tones, then something like a Katana 50 is obviously a great deal. It's a $199, I think, new. But it's a headphone thing. I'd like it to see it a bit cheaper, if I'm honest. But Michiel's filling me in with the USB-C news. USB-C news, everybody. It's made in 2004. It was standard in 2014. It was standard in 2016. There we go.
Mm.
Thanks, Michiel. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Yeah. I don't know how much Fender have had to do with it in developing the product. I don't think they just slapped their name on it. But I guess it's from Mustang DNA and all that other ways of marketing that sort of speak. But I'm excited by it. It excites me. Not as much as my next pick, though, however.
All right.
This one is slightly weird. It's a book. I've done a few books.
Wow.
And this one's called My Daddy Has 100 Pedals. It's a children's book. And I just so happen to have one right here.
There you go.
So this is by Billy Cardigan, who you may know from the Effects and Pedals Arena Corner YouTube channel, the Shy Boys. And it says, to read the blurb on the back, it says, Daddy's pedal collection is massive, and his young son is curious to find out why he has so many. Billy Cardigan takes young readers on a vivid journey through the grown-up hobby of collecting guitar pedals and gear. And then it's got these wonderful illustrations in there. And a story. So it's like a bedtime story, but about pedals and I mean, look at that.
Oh, that's lovely.
So they have very graciously sent me one, and I'm going to be making a video for it. And I'm going to read it as if it were a bedtime story. Are you sitting comfortably, children? Then I'll begin. But I love it. I mean, as a father and guitar player, I gravitate towards that because no one's done it before, as far as I know. At least I'm not aware of it. And it's so wonderfully illustrated in an almost grotesque way. You know, that it's almost like unsettling. You know.
Is that just one big story or several like short stories?
It's one story of My Daddy Has 100 Pedals. I haven't actually read it yet. I just browsed through the pictures. There's far too many words for someone like me, but I'll do my best. Yeah, and I think what a great kind of gift to the guitar world.
Yeah.
It says, and I know the guy's a very funny guy, so I don't know how much of this is actually true, but I want to give it the best I can. It says he's the host of a YouTube program, Effects and Pedals Arena Corner. He loves guitars, guitar pedals, and cool music. In 2018, he went into a sleep apnea-induced coma, but awoke from the coma and devoted his life to children's literature.
Wow, that's a story.
Yeah, I that's the first time I've read that. I'm reading it on the fly, but I've shown my kids the front cover, and they are very, very excited to read through that. And at the very least, I'll be entertained. Slightly above that, I hope to create some kind of understanding between my children and I as to why I have so many colourful boxes around the house. Yeah, so that's my pick of the week, and I dare any of you to burn it.
You should provide your kids some templates of blank pedals, just white, and they can color it themselves.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall
I mean,
we?
That would make for a nice present for Daddy too, if they draw you a pedal and a guitar. I mean, I'm always I'm arguing with Rosalie if she's drawing some, like, I don't know, landscape and a sun, and then I have to yell at her, telling her, "Since when does the sun have a smile and eyes?" No, I don't.
I don't know. Wow, I maybe I've had too little coffee today, but I was not expecting that. Imagine you berating your daughter for her artwork. No, 9, Tochter.
Wrong. No.
Wrong. Yeah, your creative stuff is wrong.
Wrong.
Start again. Where's that coming from? I hope that I can do something along those lines. That sounds good. A white pedal with permanent markers and stuff sounds like fun.
Yeah. Actually, we discussed it when JHS had the white series. What was it called? The three series.
3 series, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering because back in the day, where Meinl had a successful cajon with some sort of whiteboard, like faceplate, and they provided some chalk so you could actually draw on it, like, or even on the sides. I don't know, because you had to play it too. But I always like those kind of creative things where kids can actually play with it and still make music. So, yeah. But still, the sun doesn't have eyes or a smile. Sorry. Just trying to set us in the right mood for the April jokes.
Thank you. I got it. Right. Let's do some buying, some borrowing, and some burning. Right. So Poo Ninja's already come in the chat with buying the book. Good choice. Borrow the J Custom and burn the... He can't burn the rest. Those are not the rules, Poo Ninja. You have to burn something. Michael is going to burn the Micro Mustang, borrow the pedal book, steal the St. Vincent in gold, and buy the RG. We're adding our own rules now. My goodness.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to marry the J Custom. Michiel, buy a Velveteen Goldie, borrow Dan's Andromeda Blue Custom. Nice, like what you did there, and burn the book.
Oh,
whoa!
The others would just melt. Yeah. This uninspired crapfest you call finger painting will never ever be on the fridge, said Poo Ninja to his kids.
Wow, those moon babies are going to be very well adjusted. Yep. Buy the Ibanez, borrow the St. Vincent's, all of them, to sell them to help buy the Ibanez. Burn the pedal board because it won't burn, so I can sell it as relict. All right. Any initial thoughts, Dan? What's your first thoughts?
I'll probably buy the book as well as the J Custom, of course.
Can't buy two. Come on, stop bending the rules yourself.
All right, then I'm going to buy the J Custom, and I'm going to buy the book and borrow the J Custom because it's expensive like hell.
Okay. So, I don't know how much the book is.
How much is the book?
The book is $15 in America.
What's that in euros?
About 13.
13?
Yeah.
Is that right?
So it's under $20, under 15 euros.
All right, so you can buy almost 600 books or one J Custom.
Wow, there's your answer. So I would also buy the book because I kind of wanted to... I don't want to say win. Win's the wrong word, but if I'm honest, that's what I wanted. I'm seeing this as a competition now.
All right, okay.
Apparently the guy on the cover has my shirt. You're actually right. I keep my shirts down here, look, on my shirt stand.
It looked a lot like you. I was thinking the same. When you showed that image, I was thinking, like, is that your project? Is that Andy's latest book and it was a well-kept secret and you never told me about that?
No, we also have the same hands, which is weird.
Yeah, and he looks rather tall, so same as you.
But he's got a beard and a very cool hat, and I have neither.
All right, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, so we're both going to buy the book. What are you going to borrow?
The J Custom.
The J Custom.
Because I can't buy all the beautiful J Custom.
What are you going to burn?
Yeah. Of course, the Mini Mustang, because it's hilarious. It's ridiculous, and I don't need it.
Dan, you hurt my heart a little bit then. It felt like a personal attack.
No, it didn't.
I'm going to buy the book, borrow the Micro Mustang, because I have enough practice issues and I've just recently sorted it. And I generally I don't like headphones, socket cables, things. So yeah. Then let's go back to your pick, Dan's pick. What have I got to do? I've got to burn something. Oh crap!
Yeah.
Oh no!
So you either have to burn a pedal board that is not going to burn at all, or you got to burn one of the most beautiful guitars you've seen this week.
I've seen this hour.
This second. Choose wisely.
I'm gonna. Oh God, I hate myself. This is a stupid game. I'm going to burn the Music Man guitars because they're too small for me and therefore useless.
All right.
But that's the only justification. I think they're gorgeous, and I can't burn that pedal board because it seems cool, and I don't want to burn the J Custom because, I don't want to upset you, Dan. That's how much I consider your feelings.
You can do whatever you want, but you don't usually burn the J Custom because there goes a lot of love into those guitars, and the wood is handpicked.
Then it must burn really well. Tone burning, tone bonfire.
It's old wood. It's handpicked old wood, lightweight.
Do I have blue children? Oh, I see. It's reference to the book. Sorry, that was a funny question. Thankfully not. No, I do not have blue children. Oh, they mentioned Sweetwater in here as well. Let me just read just one section. It says, my dad has pedals from here to there. For each that he has, he keeps a spare. To pay for all this must be hard. Not with my Sweetwater credit card. Oh,
there
nice.
you go. Come on.
Nice.
Come on. So is that book like sponsored in any way by Sweetwater?
I don't know, but I'd like to know. It doesn't say so, but that's brilliant. I hope it is. Take the money, Billy.
Yeah, and run.
Ah, Michiel found the pedal. It's a Bluetooth controller. Thank you, Michiel.
Oh, wow.
I got you've probably got your comment blocked because you put a YouTube thing in there. Oh no, there it is. Hang on, I'm gonna have to quickly bring that up so I can just. Oh, that's brought up some things that I don't want to watch. Not those kind of things. Can't you just give me the name of it, Michiel? You're making stuff difficult for me. There we go. YouTube.com. You can now just listen to me clicking through YouTube. Third Man Hardware presents Elmore X Third. Oh, it is. It's an Elmore Bluetooth controller. Well, we were absolutely right then, Dan.
Absolutely. No question about it.
Yeah, I predicted it. I was right. I also predicted that we'd be right. So, win all around, I'd say.
All right. So,
I'm excited.
Shall we proceed?
Yeah. With our main topic, which we have no graphic for because that would just be showing off, and I'm already showing off enough this week. I guess. Would you mind if I take the lead on this, Dan, and talk about the monstrosity that I created?
Absolutely.
Because I haven't pushed it enough in the past 48 hours. Here it is. This is the Boss Centaur CT3 that does not exist. The battery has been going now a solid 7 days? 6 days?
Not bad.
The battery, if you don't know, this is my April Fool's prank. I released a review of this pedal on the channel. It did very, very well for me. I can now actually probably afford to buy probably 1% of a real clone. So that's very pleasing financially. I made some people so angry. So angry. Whether you support April Fools or not, I really think that was a good idea. And I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
The pedal does not
how
work.
many hours? How many hours did you spend? Yeah.
Right. So I also did the behind the scenes thing, the behind the scenes video where I showed you how I made it. I did not include the amount of times that I painted that chassis to get to a stage where I thought it was acceptable to show on camera. It was so cold here in Austria that the paint would not adhere to the metal, and then when it did, it would bubble up because the air was. I don't know what was going on. I'm not a skilled painter, but yeah, it was a particularly shoddy paint job. Several times I sanded it back probably 4 times, maybe 5.
Okay.
I'm happy with it now, but it looked awful several times, and it had to look believable. You know, it had to look so believable that even though it was April the 1st, there was that tiny little percentage of you that thought, is it real?
Yeah.
Because that's the way an April Fool's works. And my inspiration for this was a Mars bar, which I'll expand on. When I was a boy, when I was younger, maybe in my early teens, Mars did a full page advert on April the 1st. The Mars Emperor bar, I believe it was called.
What was that?
It was a Mars bar, but it was ginormous. And it was... And I don't know what happened, but I had no idea, 0 idea that it was an April Fool's joke. And I believed that for years. It wasn't until a few years ago, an embarrassingly short time ago, that I found out that wasn't real when people were giving examples of April Fools. And I was obsessed with this Mars bar for years. And because I'm from a small, tiny village in the middle of almost nowhere, I thought, it's fine, we just didn't get it near us. That happened all the time. And I wanted to create something that would make not someone feel the pain that I felt. It wasn't pain, but feel the belief that I had.
Oh boy!
And ultimately, I wanted to amuse
must
myself.
have been a life. Yeah. I wonder if there's still like an image of that promotion.
There
the
is
Emperor Bar.
Yeah, that's how I found it. In fact, I could probably bring it up right now.
Yeah,
Right. Mars Emperor Bar.
All right.
Emperor. Emperor. Mars Emperor. How do you spell Emperor? Emperor. Mars Attacks.
Emperor?
No. Bar. There
I
it
know
is.
there's a. Oh, where is it? Show me.
There's also a left-handed Mars bar. That's pretty cool.
That's what I knew about. Yeah. When they had that registered sign and they switched that with a L, which is hilarious. That's hilarious.
Oh, there seems to be no picture, but there's a story about it on the northernecho.co.uk. Mars
right.
Emperor Bar. If anyone can find a picture of a Mars Emperor Bar, that would be really cool as well. But yeah, left-handed Mars Bar, that's there. No, but enough. This is a serious guitar podcast.
Absolutely.
I don't really want to speak too much more about the Boss Centaur that I made because I believe I would be just blowing my own trumpet. All I can say is I had a lot of fun. I'm continuing to have fun. It's the second April Fool's I've done on the channel. The first one being there's a tuner inside the Boss Katana, which still to this day causes me trouble, and I have to reply to comments telling people that it's not real. The sensible move would be to write April Fool's all over it, but that's against my belief. And also what was funny for me was the fact that the sound came solely from the tumnus, from Wampler pedals. And I genuinely don't know if people were trying to trick me or they genuinely believed that the two pedals sounded differently. But it was what I was hoping, Oh, yeah, I can definitely hear the high frequencies being more prominent in the second pedal, and the Boss just because it's not Wazza has less mids in it, or something that someone would say. But but yeah, I did like one guy. Both sound rubbish.
That's a nice one. There you go.
There we go. There's an accurate opinion there. But yeah, that was my April Fool's prank. Who knows if it'll be the end of the channel, but we shall see. We shall see. I enjoyed it, and thank you to the people in the chat who were writing they enjoyed it. And yeah, take it as a lesson. It's the small details that will sell these things, and also take it as a lesson that I am a liar.
Only on the credible source on 364 days in the year.
Yeah, I'm a liar. It's true. I swear it.
Yeah. No, but you could tell the dedication that went into that, creating that story, and yeah, I really liked it.
That's the key.
I gotta admit, I liked the behind the scenes even more than the actual video, because it showed me, all that fun, and when you were thinking about, oh, people are so going to like that, or they're so going to fall for it. That was like the most fun thing for me to watch.
I also didn't show me talking to myself in the hardware shop and getting looked at holding a camera in the painting aisle. I think the police may have been called at some point had I been there any longer, but that would have made an interesting video. I'm in jail!
Of course, yeah. Live stream from the jail.
Brisley Adams wants a Bugera Dumble clone next year. Okay, that sounds even more expensive.
Yeah. You can give away what you're going to do next year. So
I can't give it away, no, but I already have some ideas. They're already in a Google document.
Ooh, the secret document.
Top of the list, nothing. Take a year off. Yeah. Incidentally, I hope this actually. Last thing I'll say in it, I hope it turns into a real product. I think if Boss put out a collaboration Klon, I think that would sell a lot of money. I think, as you and I have discussed, Dan, I think the Klon bubble has burst, and I was really, really trying to catch on the tail end of it, and you and I have discussed that a few times.
Yep.
However, I think if Boss were to do it, that would be one way to squeeze even more money from that little golden cow.
Cow with a K.
Cow with a K. Oh, nice. So yeah, that was my attempt at April
Awesome.
Fooling. It was a lot of fun. I hope it got taken in the spirit it was meant. We're here talking about other people's favorite stuff, and I put out in the Guitar Geek Facebook group asking for examples. So I'm going to bring some up, and it's almost on the fly.
Also added a few in the folder. If you
did,
if you had
yeah, I
time
have them
to
on the
upload
screen.
those.
Yeah, we're going to go back to the news page. There we are, and let's get rid of
News.
There's the news, and then there's the PRS. And what I can do is I can bring up the PRS Sunset Sky. There he is, Mr. John Mayer.
Can you shrink it a little bit because of that hilarious
I can, yeah.
slogan?
It's
like my Silver Sky, but more spanky.
So I love what John Mayer's doing at the moment. I joined TikTok mainly because he's on it, and he's doing some cracking content. It's really funny and also educational.
Brisley.
Seriously.
Brisley just commented, or a Harley Benton Silver Sky.
So what I like they've done here is they've taken the essence of what makes a guitar a Silver Sky. So it's the PRS headstock, it's the birds, and it's the little, what's the cutaway, sort of angle, bevel?
Scoop.
Scoop, thank you. The Fat Man Scoop, and then the rest of it is Fender Telecaster, and then they stick John Mayer behind it.
Yeah. I deeply think that Paul himself would never settle with that old school design when it comes to the electronics, the metal plate and the knobs and that old school switch. He would definitely kind of tweak that to some degree. Yeah. Yeah. But
Sarang,
I like.
Can you see what Sarang just wrote? That Squire Affinity Bridge seals it for me. I think that every time I see a silver 6-saddle Tele bridge, I think it looks less than quality. Even if it is quality, it always makes me go, "Oh, that's rubbish." I would think that if there was a real Sunset Sky, I would think it would be a three barrel saddle thing, vintage look.
No. Has John Mayer ever been playing a Telecaster regularly? I mean, maybe occasionally.
Never
for
on
a song,
TikTok.
but... Yeah, there you go.
I don't know much of his
he's
stuff.
He's a smart guy.
Just know him as a TikTok artist.
Yeah.
TikTok.
But his channel is highly recommended. TikTok
TikToker.
artist?
A TikToker.
A TikToker. Yeah.
John.
Well,
I'm going
next
to
time you
Google it.
meet
John
him-
Mayer Telecaster.
Yeah.
He must have been playing a Telecaster. Yeah, he's there playing a blonde and black.
All right. Well,
is it
but a very traditional. I mean, he was with Fender anyway, so he probably had some decent tellies at his disposal.
I would think so.
But yeah, that's funny. Michael said PRS should make a Silver Sky ukulele. That would make for a great April Fools too.
Yes, but also would make for a great instrument, I think.
I mean, PRS has never produced any ukes, right?
No, but get that.
But
Japan,
they had
Japan
produced
special.
acoustic guitars. Yeah.
There's one picture. There's many pictures of John playing a telly, but he's got his hand covering the bridge in every one except one, which is a 6-saddle bridge.
Hmm.
But that's actually not a telly. That's a Strat telly. Oh, that's weird. That's playing with my eyes. I'm not even going to share it in the thing. It's just screwing my eyes. Hello to Tom Quayle, who's just joined us, by the way. Hi, Tom. We're talking about April Fool's stuff.
Yeah, he released a very nice AZS demo. I really like this. So his AZS looks much more appealing than that Sunset Sky.
All right. So
yeah.
Are we going to mark it out of 10, Dan? That sounds like something fun to do. As if we.
Yeah, that's cool. So
yeah.
I like that. Well, it's a solid 5.
Really? So 50%.
Oh, maybe a 6 out of 10.
See, I'm thinking fairly low effort, but kind of
Yeah.
cool. I'm also going to go 6 out of 10. That's my.
I mean, without that, without like my Silver Sky, but more spanky. Without that citation, I would say it's even less. It's more like a 3 or a 4. But I like that, like my Silver Sky, but more spanky.
I just like the word spanky.
Yeah.
Now, the next one we have coming up, and also maybe in the chat if you want to score this out of 10, did it fool you or did you just think it was funny? It doesn't matter what the answer is, it's just interesting to know. I was fooled by the next one, not even just fooled, angered by this. The Kiesel sushi? Is there a real name for it?
Not that I know.
You sent me that, right?
Yep, I sent it to you.
Today or earlier?
I think earlier, but also like more pictures today because that was pretty interesting. Yeah.
I hate it.
Oh, bento! It's called the bento box.
The bento
Kiesel
box.
bento
Of course
box.
it is. Of course it is.
Yeah, and there's a hilarious video about the guitar because turns out it made for a great April's joke, but obviously Jeff Kiesel built that guitar for Dan Jacobs from Atreyu. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah. So it's a personal guitar. Atreyu. Yeah. It's a DJ6, and it's got those kind of fake bento box sushis inside, and then acrylic top to it. So it's not a paint job; it's actually inside. If you look closely, you can see like the electronics compartment a little bit, and yeah. I think it looks rad. It makes for a great stage guitar. It's one of those guitars. It's probably not like your everyday guitar, but if you have like that one solo spot, you probably grab one of those. No, and he looks happy. No, he looks happy with it.
You're wrong.
No,
you're 100% wrong. We've jumped the shark. We've gone too far. I liked guitars with resin and stuff in it. We've gone too far. Officially, this is the official Guitargeek stance on resin guitars now. That's too far.
That's too far. A bento box and a guitar is too far. Okay, Tom Quayle, don't take any inspiration from that because then TQM2 is not going to happen on Andy's channel.
We've gone too far. I'm already annoyed with I made a guitar out of pencils and Legos and other guitars. That's fine. That's entertaining. But sushi, I don't know why. I've got nothing against Kiesel guitars at all. Nothing. It's not because it's Kiesel. Okay. It's not because of the timing. I just think that annoys me, and I don't know why.
I like the creative effort of it.
Oh, good question, Tom. What food would I prefer in a guitar? I think food and guitars should be kept separate. Never the twain shall meet. I mean, it makes me want sushi, which is... I wouldn't be able to concentrate if I was playing that. What food? I'd quite like baked beans. I think that would make it interesting inside.
Oh. But then it's got to move, right? With the beans and the sauce kind of moving back and forth.
It's actually just an acrylic guitar where the beans can slosh about, to use a scientific term. What food? Dan, what food would you like in it? Some kind of soup?
Maybe Nutella?
A Nutella-filled guitar. But then you'd want to actually be able to access the Nutella, surely.
Yeah. Maybe usually where the spokeswheel would be at the end of the 24th fret, you would have something to suck it out.
Right. Okay.
Or some sort of special effect. I don't know.
It's getting even worse now.
Yeah, I know. Lasagne would definitely be a cool one. So you had several layers of the guitar.
Oh, I like that.
So you would see the layers on the outside of it. Tom, how's that for a TQM2? Lasagne. The TQM2 minus LSG lasagne.
A baguette guitar. Cool.
A baguette.
Baguette. Put it into chocolate guitars with almond and coconut would be a bounty of an instrument. Oh my goodness.
Ooh. Actually, at the Wilfer, what was the first YouTuber event? not guitar, not Henning's event. What was it at Warwick?
Oh,
Oh, my brain.
the event that
I'm too
shall not
tired
be
today.
named. Carry on, yeah.
Yeah. That there was his son showed me a piece of wood that was actually used for storing French cheese. So that old plank of wood that was about that width, and it was a beautiful piece of wood, but it smelled like gorgeous cheese. So imagine you would actually make a guitar that looked like cheese out of that, and it would smell like cheese. That would be hilarious. Oh boy, I still remember that piece of wood. That was amazing. Now I'm hungry.
Fergie, I
All right.
believed it was tuned to low brie.
Gitcon, there you go. Tom was there. Gitcon, yeah. To low brie. That's a good tuning.
Mate,
Yeah, the first Gitcon.
quality. All right,
Yeah.
so that's another what's it called? April Fools that I actually made me angry.
So wait. Out of 10.
Oh,
How many out of 10?
I have to score it twice.
All right. Quitcon.
I've got to score it 10 out of 10 for believability because it made me angry.
All right.
Not angry. Angry is
enough.
the wrong word. It upset me. It upset my day. I was busy doing something. You sent me that, and I thought, no, gone too far. So, yeah, it interrupted my day.
Mm-hmm.
On a scale of April Fools, it's a real guitar, so it exists.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it functions.
Yeah.
So,
You gotta give credit for that, right?
but where's the prank in that?
Well, people thought it's an April Fool's, and the surprise was even bigger when they announced that they actually built it for Dan.
Okay.
For me, it was a solid like 7 out of 10 because I actually really like the kind of showstopper qualities that it comes with.
Okay. I don't know how to score this. I really don't. I'm confused. The whole thing. This is what I mean. Anger is the wrong emotion. It's confusion, and my brain just won't accept that the picture alone exists.
Anger is the path to the dark side, Andy.
Yeah.
Focus.
Leads to hate. Hate lives to
Yeah.
and hate lives to sushi-filled guitars. I'm going to abstain from scoring that. I cannot score it. We've got some low scores in the chat. Dan, you are allowed to decide on the official Guitar Stories podcast score for the Kiesel bento box or sushi caster or whatever they want to call it.
Sushi caster, I like that. Okay, well then let's meet in the middle and say we go for a solid 6 out of 10. How's that?
How's that in the middle? That's towards 10. That's one more than halfway.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, because there's like, where's the middle? I mean, if you score 0 as an option, okay.
All right, okay.
There you go.
Okay. I will defer to you. I said you could have the official say. I will not.
Tom just said that it was made from the shark guitar. That's the leftovers.
Oh, that's just too perfect.
What an assist. Thanks so much, TQ.
I would like to break that open in, say, 10 years' time and see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Anyway,
fake sushi
yeah,
anyway.
I can't look at it any longer. I can't even think about it. I need to replace it with something like this. The UTA 585 Ultra Heavy Gold Tremolo Arm.
Yeah.
From a little-known company called Ibanez.
There you go. How was that? Was that believable? Because I came up with the idea.
Well, no, because you sent it to me and said this is our April Fools.
Oh, I did send it to you in advance. I don't even remember. All right, yeah. Well, I mean, we tried several April Fools throughout the last years. We had the Mott Miller mini guitar in pink that had a short scale. It was kind of short scale AZ for people with small hands, which was already an indicator that it's kind of complete nonsense. Then last year we had the pink FR with a unicorn. I think in the fretboard on the body, which was also complete nonsense. And this time we thought about something more like accessory style. So with everyone talking about, prices going up and down and economics and investment, and you got to buy a house, you got to invest in stock, you got to invest in gold. We came up with the idea, okay, why don't we, kind of tweak our UTA 20 carbon trem arm and come up with a UTA 505, 585, which stands for 585 gold. So it's the ultra heavy gold tremolo arm, which is supposed to provide additional tone because it's so heavy. And I was actually looking up the actual gold price. So for a tremolo arm in that category, you would easily have to charge like, I don't know, a couple of thousand euros probably if it was made from solid gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it would fit a Pia perfectly, right, Pooh?
I mean, you could start with the trem bar and then go from there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Although that would cost more than a Pia, right?
Yeah, it is.
Ignore me. I have no logic. No, I'm thrown away by a guitar that had sushi in it.
You're wasted.
I don't think I can recover. I really, really don't. I'm sorry, everybody.
All right, next week, Jeff Kiesel on the show. We want an excuse, Jeff.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
we're getting some scores in for that. I'm going to score that.
All right.
You're not going to like this, Dan.
Be strict. Come on, be strict.
Okay, I didn't get the joke, if I'm honest.
Okay.
I've just realized I spent so much time making my hunk of junk that I wasn't appreciating other people's hard work. So
that was supposed to be for the rich rock star, you know.
I get it.
For the have it all player, but if you don't like it, I mean, it either clicks or it doesn't. So
I'm gonna go also 6 out of 10.
That's very kind of you, but I can totally see it on your face that you're actually more gravitating towards 3 or 4 out of 10. Is that right?
I was going to go for 7 to be polite, so I brought it down to a 6. I brought it down to a 6 just based on what we've scored things so far. It's far better than the Sushi Caster. It doesn't confuse me. It doesn't make me feel ill. I'd actually like to try one. So
Yep.
No, I stand by my 6, which is directly in the middle of 1 and 10, as we've already discovered.
Yeah. Actually, we had a few inquiries for that ultra heavy tremolo arm. So yeah, there were some people actually who were interested in purchasing something like that. Probably not for the price, but you know, yeah, because 500 grams of pure gold is crazily expensive.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Do we have it? That's the last one you sent me, right? Because I've got a few more to add.
No. What else? I added the Atkin too.
You added that. Okay, well that's what was coming up for me next. So,
all right, that's a beautiful story. That's probably my highlight.
Where did you add it? You added it there.
So the folder, just
there it is.
One image, but you can give us the whole rundown.
Yeah. So, whoops. Oh, flip it. This is the Atkin 85. Now, I had a recent run-in with an Atkin who, I want to say only until this point, possibly, or predominantly, certainly, make acoustic guitars. And dare I say, some of the finest acoustic guitars I've ever played. I played one called the 43, based on the J45 from Gibson, but just unbelievably well balanced. The tone was just equal throughout the guitar, and I just knew that this guitar, I didn't know if it was throughout the whole range of those models or this particular one was one of the best guitars I've ever held and picked some notes from. It just did everything that I wanted in a guitar that looked like that, you know. And that's even compared to a Gibson vintage J45, not an actual vintage one, but one that was relict, and you know.
Mm-hmm.
That turned me on a lot, but this Atkin one was amazing. Anyway, on to the 85. They mocked up this guitar and they made a video of a guitar that is a 1985 Superstrat model. And there is one because Atkin made a video of playing through and all that sort of stuff. And they had so many inquiries about this guitar, they've decided to put a few into production. I think I want to say 30.
All right, is that right? Okay.
I don't know if that's right. I will be corrected if they correct me, because I know they follow us and they will let me know on Instagram. But I think a small run, and I think the number 30 was thrown around, but I could be wrong.
Lovely.
And yeah, it's an acoustic guitar builder, predominantly making a Super Strat that looks like that.
I completely fell for it. I mean, that looked like a modernized kind of Van Halen inspired no frills shred axe.
Absolutely.
And I love the idea. Yeah, yeah.
I
Actually,
have another photo somewhere.
show us.
Slightly more sort of. There we go. Ah, there it is. I'll bring in another photo.
Awesome. I mean, considering the fine craftsmanship that they show when it comes to acoustic guitars, I can only.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
There it
I
is.
can only assume how well these guitars might play. Do you have any additional information? Because obviously it was a joke, but what kind of hardware they're putting on there?
Yeah, they
if
have a web page dedicated to it. So it's, if this is correct, which I'm sure they have, it's a lightweight 2-piece poplar body, a slim C to D profile neck with a rounded off neck heel area, giving excellent access to 24 frets. Choice of rosewood or with mother of pearl fret details, or a maple board with custom pink acrylic fret dots and position markers, each with a comfortable 16-inch radius. Blah blah blah. Push pull 500k potentiometer, CTS, switchcraft mono jack, graphite noise shielding throughout. A Damasio super distortion humbucker, of course. Goto hardware, 43mm locking nut, Goto GE1996T locking trem unit, and a hand-rubbed satin oil finish on the back of the neck. Carnauba wax on the body.
Wow. So, did they already say something about what the price will be?
I don't think we spoke about it, but it's not on the website. It just says contact us. But they had enough contact to actually. I can't confirm it's going into production. In fact, I'm not even sure I should have said that. But what I can tell you is that I spoke with them, and they're either considering it or doing 30. One of those things may or may not be true.
All right. Yeah.
Facts on the Guitar Stories podcast.
Spec-wise, there you go. Spec-wise, it sounds like a great guitar. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So chances are it's going to appear at your doorstep too?
Yeah. The reason I know this is because they asked if I'd like to check it out. And I said, well, of course. Who wouldn't? Who's going to say no to that?
That's right. So what's the first song you're going to play on that guitar?
Probably something Van Halen. Not Eruption, of course. That would be ridiculous for me to say Eruption. But some hacked together version of Atomic Punk or Talking About Love or something.
Yeah. Oh, then you can add some effects too.
Yeah, exactly. From my Fender Micro headphone socket when I've retrieved it from the fire of you burning it. I want to bring in something which causes me possibly more pain than the Atkin thing.
Okay.
Not the Atkin, sorry, the Kiesel thing. And if you're new to the channel, you won't know why. If you know me, you'll know exactly why this brings me pain. It's Mr. Ryan Burke of the podcast 60 Cycle Hum.
Mm-hmm.
He sent this to me, and we were chatting, and he said, my April Fool's going out today. And here's why it makes me angry. Again, angry is the wrong word. I was disappointed in myself because he 100% got me. 100% April fooled me. The reason being, I want to believe this, is that I watched his video on my new TV setup that I've just done with a Google Chrome sender thing. And if you haven't seen this video, I think I'm okay to do spoilers now because he's done it himself. It's a video of him unboxing fake unboxing a Fender guitar that was sent to him by accident, and he opens it without showing you the guitar. He shows you the back of the case, and then all the way through it, the video starts buffering and like causing issues, and just goes wrong. And I thought it was, and then he's like, "Oh my goodness, that was amazing!" And then it buffers and goes wrong again. Like, oh, you must really love that. His acting is he won't mind me saying this, hilarious. But he 100% got me because I thought my TV was playing up on my new setup, and I was rewinding with the remote. I was mildly swearing at the TV. Yeah, it's brilliant. And what makes it even more brilliant is that it was an April Fool's joke, but it is actually real in the sense that Fender did accidentally send him a Jazzmaster, because that happens.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Instead of sending him the Acoustasonic Jazzmaster, they sent him the American Pro 2 Jazzmaster, and then also the Acoustasonic. And being the gentleman that he is giving it away to one lucky person. And to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is make a donation to your favorite charity of at least $10, I believe, and prove to him that you did make a donation, and then you're in a draw to win a Fender American Pro 2 Jazzmaster. I hate you, Ryan Burke.
That idea is genius, really.
Yeah, he
Love
got
it.
me.
100%. It kind of puts the game on that kind of meta level. So I love it. So that's a 10 out of 10, Ryan.
Oh yeah, sorry, Atkin Guitars, we didn't score you, but Ryan, I'm going to give you a solid 1 out of 10.
Aww.
+9. Plus, I've got to give you maximum points, man, because you got me. I can't get any more than that. 100%. Plus extra points for being a good guy and giving away a guitar that, could quite easily stay with you. Atkin, what are we scoring that out of 10? I want to go 9. There's my 9. Didn't get me.
Yeah, 8.5.
8.5. Okay.
Yep. I always like if stuff kind of is a kind of joke or just a brainchild of someone and then turns into like kind of materialize and turns into a real product.
Absolutely.
Actually, I wonder why so many companies are using April Fools or other occasions just to test the reactions for products, because that's just like the perfect playground to kind of just dip your toe into the water and see how the audience reacts.
Yeah. Look at this ridiculous thing, such as I almost really put my foot in it. Then moving on. Moving on.
All right, what's next?
Trogley did his own getting his signature Gibson. I didn't watch it, but it's been suggested by George. If anyone's watched it and they're in the chat, please let me know what you think. Did you watch Trogley's signature guitar?
Nope, unfortunately not.
Okay, again, I was too busy fiddling with gold paint to really appreciate that. Maybe I'll watch it at some other point. If anyone watched the Trogley video, please let us know in the chat what you thought of it. I have to get rid. I'm still thinking about the sushi caster. It really, really did upset me. It really, truly put me off my. In that case, it's probably going to be the
nightmares. Sushi, like sushi chasing you down. No, Bento Marks, go away. I don't need a sushi guitar.
I did. Andy from Reverb plays the rarest guitar pedal ever.
Okay, what is that?
It's a historical story kind of thing. I'm just bringing up the picture. YouTube, and what it is, it's hard to describe. It's a story, like a historical story, and then I didn't really get it. It was made by some female pedal builder who was sort of been behind the scenes of many great pedals, and this person was a fictitious character, but Andy was doing some voiceover, and I believe he played it. I was again, involved in my own world at that point, but I watched that and I enjoyed it. I love Andy's videos, and his voice is very nice to listen to. I liked it. It didn't get me. It was very clearly, for me, an April Fool's joke, but I liked it very much.
Actually, there was another comment from who was it? From Chris Hughes, who said he loved the vending machine April Fools that Toman did.
That's up
Was
next
that
on my
on?
list.
Oh, that's next. All right.
I didn't see
Right.
it. I heard about it, and I again wanted to check it out. Sorry. I like the idea very much. I think it's a very cool idea, but also I think it would work.
Yeah, of course.
Because in America, right, you've got like string vending machines and things like that outside
Correct.
guitar centers.
Yeah, I mean at the airports you got like iPads and kind of
True.
power cables on in vending machines, so it's legit.
And I think a pedal vending machine would work. Let's
Yeah.
put it to the test. People in the chat, if you really, really wanted a DS1 or a Tube Screamer or a Big Muff or any of the other 2 types of pedal that exist, would you rather, and you knew you wanted it, would you go to the vending machine, or would you want to interact with a human and or machine? Is there any downside to a pedal vending machine?
Not
Assuming
not
it's
anyone that I could see.
packaged well and it's not going to smash itself on the way down.
Yeah, there are more sophisticated vending machines that go up and then go to the side and then they pick it, and even for drinks.
Oh yeah, you get fizzy drinks
So-
that don't fizz up. Oh, if you can
Correct.
vend a fizzy drink, you can vend a pedal. There's the
Of
tagline.
course. Yeah, and I mean, if we talk about like the stables, or even at a trade show, just imagine like you are at the event like NAMM or Guitar Summit,
True.
and then once you leave the building, and you kind of have some impressions, and then you would be standing in front of a vending machine, you see like 20 new pedals, and you can choose from the latest Tube Screamer, from the JHS, whatever pedal, from the latest Chase Bliss pedal. And you just have to insert your credit card, and you can take it away as a little souvenir. I think that would totally work, even at concerts. I mean, just think Bonamassa. So you go to a concert and you leave the concert, and right at the exit, there's that vending machine that has all the Bonamassa signature pedals, or maybe even a guitar that you can squeeze out the machine.
Michiel is bringing something up. He says it would work at festivals and venues. Imagine being in a band and your X pedal breaks down, go to the machine and putting X type pedal and the pedal comes out. Yeah, that works.
Mm-hmm.
Alexis Guitars, I get angry when my chocolate gets stuck on the way down. Imagine if my pedal gets stuck.
Then you have to buy another one and hope for the best.
Honey, I accidentally bought 3 pedals because one got stuck and I had to buy 2 more to knock it down. Or some lucky guy comes along and just, aims for a Joyo Ultimate Drive and gets a Vemuram or something.
There you go. The vendor mesa.
Oh my goodness, Artie Smudge, you've nailed it once again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the pedal vending machine would work. I didn't see the video, but as a concept, Toman, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Where else you could do it is if you're flying back somewhere and you need to get rid of your money. You know that if you can't exchange the money once you get back, there's a market there. I swear, there's a market there.
Yeah. Even as some sort of gambling, you have to like invest $10 and you get a surprise pedal.
Like one of those grabbers you could do as well.
Yeah. But your chances, like you have like a whole bunch of Joyo and kind of cheaper or more and Donner pedals, and then you've got a few precious Vemurins, stuff like that. That would be cool. And then the chances get smaller for the more precious pedals. Some kind of lottery. That would be cool.
I like it. I'm not very good with gambling. I try to stay away from it just in case. Once I'm in, I'm in. So that's it. I'd be $600 down on a €100 pedal, but I must have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Are there any more? Let me just check my list that I put out, because there was the Fender Equality Series. Valeria.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
That was
Valeria, you
interesting.
suggested this, and I've totally ignored it so far. Apologies, I'm bringing it up right away. It is Lefty Frets, the Equality Series, which is genius.
Yep.
It's got guitars that are playable for left and right-handed.
Yeah.
And some of those actually, like the Telecaster one, actually makes sense to me.
Looks great. Yeah.
The bass also makes sense. Of course, the Strats with the trem arms, like to me, make less sense. But I even like I assume that's a precision bass. I like that. I like the double cut telly that exists anyway. But there's something about the symmetry that attracts me. I do love symmetry.
Yeah.
The Strat I don't like. The telly I do like, and the basses I like as well. I'd play those.
Yeah, I mean the Strat with the insert for the pedal for the cable is actually weird looking because it's just mirrored. But I could totally see that. Actually, if the tuning packs were kind of smart, you could even make it some sort of 8-string, or 12-string guitar. So that would be cool.
I think the tuning pegs are unnecessary. I'll be honest. I think that's because you could just have a reverse headstock. I can't believe I'm actually debating this. I have to stop myself there and just say that I thought this was good. Otherwise, I'm going to waste many people's time discussing something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, but sometimes, I mean, that's the Paul Gilbert approach. Sometimes, if you just take an existing design and you play around in Photoshop and just mirror some parts of it or just tweak some parts, something great comes out. And I mean, it happened with the Fireman and so many other guitars. And like you said, the basses, they look completely cool to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd play the heck out of that.
Yeah.
Especially the jazz bass, the one with the. Yeah. I like it a lot.
Yeah, just get rid of the unnecessary tone controls.
Yeah,
what's that? The backbreaker.
The Marshall backbreaker, which is a blues breaker, but is it a 8x12 or something like that? I can't remember what the actual details were, but it's a really, 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 really tall blues breaker.
Love it.
And I like the caption. Introducing the new Marshall backbreaker. Show your love for roadies everywhere by using an amp so tall it will make combo and cab lovers go, huh? 2.5 million likes.
Yeah. I mean, the idea itself isn't like too spectacular, but
no.
As with the Sunset Sky, I think the description is gold.
It's the delivery, it's the description, it's the whole shebang.
They will make combo and cab lovers go, huh? Oh, I love that. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I could totally see that in the studio or something.
I could. Maybe with a 15-inch in there somewhere, and you could just have a selection of...
Yeah.
I mean, it is ridiculous. It's just I love the Blues Breaker amp so much, and the design and that old Marshall look. I love the design so much that I'd have that.
Question: because you just said with a different set of speakers, there are guitars that have like the option where you can switch pickups. Like, you have got a ring in there, and then you can just cycle through pickups. Do you know, is there any sort of cabinet that has different speakers that you can just flick?
No.
Because like we've discussed it several times, the actual speaker is one of the most underrated part of the signal chain and has so much influence on the actual tone that comes out that I kind of find it interesting, or would find it interesting, to be able to just on a flick kind of switch the speakers, but with the same cabinet, like the actual compartment, the actual wood that's around it. If
I can get super boring for a moment, I would say that having something in a speaker cab would definitely affect the sound coming out of that speaker. So if you're switching around speakers and there's an unused speaker in the cab along with the speaker that's being used, that's going to cause issues.
Good point. So it had to be outside, so you have some mechanical.
You could slot them in, like slot in, and then maybe with like some sort of, I don't know, slot in like what's it called, quick connect.
Yeah, it's called a Leslie. Yeah, thanks, Sering.
So I'm gonna say I like the idea, Dan, but maybe we need to sort of brainstorm it a little bit. get it around the table and touch base every month and, do all those things that management people say. But I think a slot-in system that makes changing speakers easy, possibly fun.
Yeah. I mean, EMG started with the pickups when when you didn't have to solder anymore and you just had those kind of plugs. So, same
Although I
with
would
speakers.
say, hang on, now this is silly. The size, because you'd have to you'd have to protect that speaker when it's not in the cab. And the best way to protect a speaker is to put it in a cab.
I love your logic.
So just get another cab. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not saying that everything that needs to exist has already been invented. That's not true. But I think I don't think no, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, who was that? Poo Ninja said there's an ISO box. That's right, but still.
I like the idea. I really like the idea. But I feel that if someone were to come up with that, I would be laughing about it. And I would refuse to review it, I think. And I would be receiving phone calls from several people you and I both know laughing at it.
Yeah.
So
probably. Yeah, maybe it was just silly thought. It was
No, it's not. There's no silly thoughts, Dan. It's the basis of creation.
All right.
Never edit yourself. I could be wrong. Prove me wrong. There's a challenge. Get in the garage now and start soldering. I'd like that to exist. There's a lot of me that wants that to exist, but I think that it doesn't need to.
Yeah. I wonder if magazines or any kind of portals do some sort of cabinet comparison. How do they do that? Do they have like the same?
Yeah, I know the answer to how Adam Steele at Hot Pole Studio does it, and he just swaps out the speakers in the same cab. It's the only fair way to do it. You have to swap the speaker in the same cab. Everything it's science. There.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
it is.
Thankfully, because I have for some reason, I have three cabs in here, 2x12s, all with vintage 30s in them, and they all sound different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a point. I mean, because if the whole frame is also part of the sound, even the construction, if it's not straight, if it's slightly intertwined and kind of, twisted, that can make a big difference.
We didn't score our previous ones, so hang on. There's the Atkin. Andy's pedal. I'm going to score it higher for entertainment value, but I don't know. I enjoyed it. 6 out of 10 seems fair for that.
No, I haven't seen it, so I got to skip that. Sorry.
Okay. Equality Series?
That's funny. That's like a solid 5.5.
5.5. Oh. But I would play those basses, and I now want a Telecaster with 2 control switches, plates, just because of the symmetry.
Yeah.
But please leave the extra machine heads at home. The Backbreaker Marshall, I would score that. That's a perfect example of low effort, high results.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 3 for the idea, but 8 for the description. Let's make it 5.5 too.
5.5. And for Toman's pedal vending machine, I didn't see the video, but just for the concept, I'm going to give that an 8 because I think it would work.
All right. Okay. Probably go with a 7 because there already are some vending machines, so it's not as like new or surprising. Yeah. But done a great job. So yeah.
Actually, I'm not scoring that fairly. I'm going to go for a 7, but an 8 if it actually came into fruition.
Ooh, at Toman's, at the entrance.
No, somewhere near my house. Somewhere that also takes returns.
You need something like a pedal bus. You know those libraries in the bus.
Yeah, book
you need
libraries.
like a pedal library.
There are many pedal rental things in America. I say many. There's more than one where you can rent pedals. There's subscription stuff as well. That's a whole other thing where you pay a monthly subscription. You can have up to, let's say, 3 pedals at the same time.
Hmm.
I could probably do that myself.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice side business.
Nice side business.
Woot
Does anybody
The
within
pedal train
5
is
kilometers
coming.
of my house need
Hey,
a pedal?
but keep the social distance, okay?
That's what I mean.
Gotta
5
keep the
kilometers. I
social
can
distance.
throw really far.
All right. I hear you. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
I think I'm done on April Fool's, Dan. I think I'm.
Yeah.
I mean, I was honestly, I was kind of over it by the time it had even started.
Yeah. I could tell that you've been completely exhausted just by coming up with that idea, by realizing that idea, and I think the outcome was great.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to score myself 11 out of 10 because I'm that arrogant right now.
all right, fair enough. I mean, that's a very, very fair score, especially compared to all the other ideas.
Thanks.
I think, yeah.
I think it's the only score that's relevant right now.
Yeah. Very down to earth and
Extremely down to earth, very modest, I might say.
Yeah. There you go. That's the right word.
Modest.
Very modest. Yeah. Sometimes you shouldn't undervalue yourself.
No.
You gotta be sure of your own perceived self-worth.
Exactly. And speaking of worth, I did put it up for sale on Reverb. It got taken down within 20 minutes.
Why is that?
Because it's technically a counterfeit. It says
Okay.
Boss on it.
Okay.
But it did achieve a life goal for me, which was I got onto Reddit.
There you go.
I've never, as far as I know, I've never been shared on Reddit or discussed on Reddit. And I got shared, thanks to Ryan Burke again announced this to me. It's in some sort of subreddit called Pedal Jerks or something where I think they're tired of the pedal world and the boutique. I didn't really get it. But imagine if many YouTube trolls all lived in the same place. This appears to be that place. And it was a picture of my Reverb listing with the title Agony. So
Love that.
whatever happens, I got onto Reddit and it made me smile that people were really, really hating on it, and I'd made a lot of people angry.
Awesome.
Because you shouldn't get angry. It's just, firstly, it's just April Fool's. Secondly, it's at the most, it's just a guitar pedal. There are worse things to get angry about.
Like sushi guitar.
Like a sushi guitar, yeah.
Speaking of getting angry about, did you finish Snowpiercer yet?
Yeah.
You did? I didn't because of my Wi-Fi problems still being unresolved.
Oh, in that
what
case,
was your if you had to score it, your satisfaction, your personal satisfaction with the finale?
3.
3 out of 10? Or 3 out of 3?
Pick it, 3 out of 30 if you like. I was very disappointed.
Oh,
I won't
boy.
spoil it for anybody.
Okay.
But I did. Maybe I'm misjudging it because. Hang on. I did not get the result that I wanted, which does not make it bad.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a typical modern day thing on which to review something movie wise is you don't get the ending you want, therefore it's crap. However, Sarang still offered me $69,420 for it, by the way. I got a better offer on Reverb. Before they shut the listing down, someone offered me $81.81. I said, no.
What would happen if you put that on eBay?
It's tempting, but I would have to be offered a ridiculous amount to sell
Right.
it. It's worth far much more to me in the studio at the back of the room than it is, it'd have to be a ridiculous amount.
Yeah. It should be somewhere in the gallery, the Geek Gallery.
Yeah. Henning's offered me some money. He's not having it. I'd rather burn it than give it to Henning.
Out of my dad cold hands.
Michiel is agreeing with me with regards to Snowpiercer. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but between you and I, Michiel, and anyone else who has listened to this, I thought it felt like a typical casting issue that the story decision was made rather than a story decision being made for the story. That's how I feel.
Very cryptical. All right.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but I think there was like, oh, that's happened. Let's change the story in this direction.
Okay,
But
fair enough.
definitely worth watching. I still enjoyed it. It just sort of, for me, it lost traction and went like, oh, we need an ending, quick. A bit like this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we've been streaming quite a while already.
Yeah,
So-
I have no snow to pierce tonight, although it is actually snowing outside. So
You can actually pierce some snow.
I could actually go outside and pierce some snow. And you know what? I
Yeah.
just might.
All right. I think we made it to the end of this episode.
I think we made it, Dan. It was against all odds. Somehow we've done it. Unbelievably.
Through the thunderstorm and through the snow.
One final thing. I have
Yeah.
to share with you all that I saw the reel of internet cable from my garden. So they're laying down fiber optic in my village, and they've prepared the reel of cable shielding. I can see it from my garden. That's how close I am to having fiber optic internet.
Nice.
I can see it. It's within. I even went over and I touched it and took a photo with it. But then I realized I wasn't going to do anything with that photo because that's just too far. And the farmer that owns the field thought I was very strange.
Yeah. You might put like an electric fence around the field at the moment for a while, just to keep you away.
And just before we leave, Craner has joined us, and he said he wasn't going to be able to make it tonight, but thank you to all the people that did make it, including him. And Dan, thank you to you for everything.
My pleasure.
I like what you do. I appreciate your work.
I don't know what you're talking about, but still, thank you.
I don't know. I'm pretty tired right now, and I'm
All right.
still thinking about that sushi guitar. Right. Stop talking about sushi.
Yeah, maybe we have to have Dan Jacobs on another episode.
I'd love to
discuss the sushi guitar.
I'd love to apologize to him and also be apologized to.
Oh, that sounds like a plan. So, guys, thanks so much for spending the night with us. We haven't had a new comment on iTunes. So if you have some time, steal your girlfriend's or boyfriend's cell phone, go on to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating with some nice words, or also some bad words, or just type in code word sushi just to annoy Andy a little bit. And help us to get some more visibility. And we're going to read out the latest reviews of the podcast at the beginning of the next episode. So be creative and surprise us. Looking forward to.
I believe we have an exciting guest next. Oh God!
Sushi you later.
Tom, I am hitting myself with my wrist rest now. It is time for Andy to go to dream of sushi. In the land. Actually, I wanted something for a little concept album, so maybe sushi might be the concept, or things that make me, angry. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to go and find something to replace snow piercing because I can never sleep after a podcast because I'm so excited about hanging out with you all. It was genuinely a highlight of my week and keeps me sane in these times where I don't get to talk to people about guitars that actually care. So, however, with this book, that may change. Expect a bedtime story series from me very soon.
No, with your sexy voice. We could add it as an extra episode on the podcast.
Yes. My Daddy Has 100 Pedals could actually be an adult book that I don't want to read. Right.
All right, guys. Let's call it a day.
I'm fading away rather than burning out, so it's time to go.
Fair enough.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Have a great week, everyone.
All right, bye,
Be nice to
everybody.
each other. Talk to you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Dan.